It has really become crunch time now. Farmers in this country are suffering all the more under the ever-increasing foot and mouth disease pandemic, and the deadline the courts has set for Steenhuisen has passed almost a week ago, and nothing even close to what needed to be done had been done. Instead of being delivered to the farms where they are needed, critical foot and mouth vaccines are being left to go to waste on parked planes at airport, while hundreds or thousands are rendered unusable as they break, spill and leak from bottles broken under the supervision of the Department of Agriculture. This is what's going on right now with the ever-increasing disaster of the handling of the foot and mouth disease vaccination project under Steenhuisen. And yet, this very same Department of Agriculture under Steenhuisen maintains that involving the private sector in the procurement of vaccines to fight this most devastating animal health crisis in South Africa's history is simply too risky, according to them. Earlier this year, 3 organizations, as you know, representing commercial farmers and other agricultural businesses and interest groups, achieved what can best be described as a preliminary victory in an ongoing court case against the Department of Agriculture, a court case that really wasn't needed in the first place if it hadn't been for the absolute devastation caused by Steenhuisen and the fact that he does not want to listen to anyone who wants to improve the situation. You see, in this case, SAI, Sakeliga, and the Free State Agricultural Union took the Minister of Agriculture, John Steenhuisen, to court and managed to get a ruling which imposed strict deadlines on the minister. And these deadlines fall before the postponed court date. The deadline given to Steenhuisen was 17 April, more than a week ago, at which time he was supposed to provide, by means of the Government Gazette and in accordance with Section 10 of the Animal Disease Act, a concrete plan and timeline for engaging with agricultural industries on access to foot and mouth disease vaccines. But 17 April came and 17 April went and absolutely nothing happened. Steenhuisen completely ignored the court ruling. And now the legal representatives from the 3 aforementioned organizations have indicated that they are considering taking even further legal action, especially with regards to the issue of non-compliance of court orders by John Steenhuisen. Steenhuisen's failure to come up with any concrete plan, of course, has devastating implications for the agricultural industry in this country, but the more immediate crisis pertains to the very heart of this legal action being taken by SAI and Sakeliga and Free State Agriculture: the government's continued refusal to allow the private sector to procure and distribute vaccines. And the irony of just how ludicrous this refusal is has been amplified by the absolute failure after failure after failure resulting from the Department of Agriculture's handling of this disease over the past few weeks, which came to an absolute climax this week. Stay tuned, because in today's video we will highlight how exactly the government control is absolutely killing this country's agricultural industry due to the fact that the government just does not have the competence to handle this crisis, and Steenhuisen has been the worst possible pick that the DA could have had to put into the position of Minister of Agriculture. You see, earlier this week it was reported that an entire plane full of foot and mouth disease vaccines which arrived at Oliver Tambo Airport was potentially spoiled when left in storage when the temperatures of these vaccines became too high. The news of this tragedy broke just the day after several agricultural organizations warned that the current vaccination rollout is going way too slow, and that in order to reach the ideal of herd immunity, that is the key to overcoming the foot and mouth pandemic, 80% of the country's 14 million cattle would have to be vaccinated within a 2-month window. Yet, according to the Department of Agriculture's own report presented to the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture earlier this week, a total of only 4 million vaccines have been procured so far, and only a total of 2.4 million vaccines have actually been allocated to anyone. These figures are in and of themselves astonishingly depressing and clearly show that the department is nowhere near tackling this disease and just cannot simply do it. Bear in mind that in January, when we initially did our documentary on this crisis and this pandemic, Steenhuisen promised that no less than 7 million vaccines would be procured from Argentina alone by the end of March, and now we're almost in May and barely half of that have been procured by the government from all of their sources combined. But here is the hard reality. According to the report, of the 4 million vaccines procured up to now, up to an astonishing 8%, that is 320,000 plus vaccines, have been either lost or rendered unusable in incidents such as the incident at OR Tambo Airport mentioned earlier in this video. This rate of lost vaccines is completely unprecedented for any company distributing vaccines. And as Saistieu de Jager recently pointed out, if the government actually eventually procures the 28 million vaccine doses needed for the national herd, more than 2 million vaccines will have been lost at the current rates. Which of course means that eventually the department will need to procure over 30 million vaccines, almost 10 times the current figure, to actually achieve any sense of herd immunity. And now even the mainstream media is working hand in glove with Steenhuisen's failing department to try and discredit civil and agricultural organizations litigating to try to save the industry that Steenhuisen seems hell-bent on destroying in South Africa. Earlier this week, the Afrikaans language news outlet Netwerk 24 even alleged that SAI and Sakeliga's court case constitutes an attempt to make the unregulated acquisition of vaccines possible in South Africa, despite the fact that this isn't what the organizations are litigating for at all. They simply want the court to rule on whether it is legal for Steenhuisen and the Department of Agriculture to block private sector from procuring vaccines, even if said procurement is fully in line with World Organization for Animal Health requirements and is regulated. The reality is that bodies such as these have already confirmed that there are absolutely no international regulations prohibiting the private sector procuring vaccines, despite Steenhuisen going on air and lying over and over and over again about these so-called regulations from the World Organization of Animal Health. Despite the hope that many liberals in this country wrongly placed on the GNU, despite the hope that many had initially placed in John Steenhuisen for some particular reason, the reality is that his term as Minister of Agriculture has been nothing short of one gigantic, dismal failure so far. A failure that can finally be exposed by the likes of Sakeliga when their court case against the Department of Agriculture resumes next week. What an absolute disappointment Steenhuisen has been. None of his ANC predecessors, even despite the ANC's perpetual opposition to this country's farmers, ever did a fraction of the damage that Steenhuisen and his department have caused over the last year. From firing one of the world's leading animal epidemiologists from his task team on foot and mouth disease, to tyrannically maintaining a government monopoly on the procurement and distribution of essential animal medicines, he is ultimately systematically responsible for slowly torturing to death an entire industry in this country. Imagine the devastation to a middle-class commercial farmer who, because of the uncontrolled spread of this disease due to Steenhuisen's incompetence, is prohibited from making any sales for a period of 6 months. Income drops to zero overnight while feed, labor, debt repayments and biosecurity costs keep piling up on the farmer, forcing him to burn through reserves or take on new debt or ultimately end up losing his farm altogether. But hope remains. The court case of SAI, Sakeliga and Free State Agriculture is scheduled to return to court on the 28th of April. If the court can find that the Department of Agriculture had failed to comply with the court's earlier order, which they did, the court could move beyond mere deadlines and begin compelling substantive change, potentially forcing Steenhuisen's department to open the door to private sector procurement or face further legal consequences. Ultimately, if the court rules against John Steenhuisen, it may mark the beginning of the end of the government's tight grip on not just vaccine control, but many other things that they shouldn't have. Shifting power away from this absolute failure of a government of national unity and back towards an industry that is now hanging on for dear life in South Africa. Here at the Willem Petzer Group, we encourage everyone to pray and support the organizations in their litigation process against the Department of Agriculture, because ultimately they are fighting for the hardworking people who make sacrifices every day to put food on our tables. And if you haven't yet, check out the full documentary we made on the foot and mouth epidemic, in which we highlight just how the biggest agricultural crisis in South Africa in more than 100 years, actually could have been avoided if it wasn't for Steenhuisen's either incompetence or just stubbornness to not do the right thing. Simply click on this link to watch the documentary. And please do support us, because without you, we would never be able to produce content of this quality, well-researched videos such as these. Become a member of the Willem Petzer Group today by simply following the easy steps on the banner. Goodbye and God bless.